So this has always been a running thing, basically, to not say exactly what it is that happened. They talk in circles, they talk in riddles. This is what they do. But Giselle was like, listen, you got cheated on, sis. Just say that. Just say you got cheated on. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9, episode 6. Like I said, they never just come right out and say what it is. It's always colorful. It's right there on the brink of line for the most part. But anyway, we'll get all into that. I'm telling you, that was like my favorite line. Listen, you got cheated on. Just come on out and say it. I said, really? Really? Now, I hate to be petty, but Giselle, that season that we went through with you and Jamal when y'all was supposed to be back together, did you just come out and say that you got cheated on? You didn't, did you? Moving right along. Whew. Child, Giselle. Anyway, so here's the thing. Giselle just got back. She went to the girls' graduation and all that, and she came right on back. You do what you have to do for work, but that's a lot of travel in 2 days. But she did it. She went on to her family stuff, turned back around and came on back to Lake Norman, and let's get it popping. She finds out how things were kind of going, and the girls are still taking shots. They really are taking like heavy shots at each other. When Karen sat up there and told about Mia's opioid addiction, allegedly, I was like, oh, Karen. They're playing for keeps. They're playing for keeps. I think it's going to be very interesting when we get to the reunion, because they are just blurting stuff out. Mia and Kay end up burying the hatchet for right now. They just kind of bury the hatchet for now. I said, let's see how long that lasts. And then we got old crud muffin doggone Mia. The girls, they're like, okay, let's get into full on birthday. Wendy birthday. And the funny thing is that everything was really made about Mia. Mia, your planning of all of this, the house stuff and the arrangements in the house, cool. But everything was about you. Like, girl, you are so narcissistic. Everything ended up being about you. But they come down and they're doing like these little liquor shots out of the bottle where they're just like pouring it into each other's mouth. I never know how I really feel about that. I'm just kind of like, I don't know that I would indulge. Room full of people, somebody pouring something down my throat. I don't know. It just has a slutty feel to it. I don't know. I don't think I just don't carry myself like that. So I don't know. Whatever. But she's pouring it down each other's piece of each of the ladies' throats. She just goes and just literally just deep throats the bottle. And I'm just looking at her. I'm like a crud muffin. Just, I said, real cute. Then she bumps up and says, that's how you keep 2 men. This is why they say the things about you that they do. So, you and Jacqueline, y'all do these little antics, these little slutty, trick-like antics, and then y'all act so shocked when people say that y'all are like tramps, sluts, trifling, hoes. Y'all, but if you're acting trampish, sluttish, hoish, trifling-esque, then you just kind of got to roll with it. These are the little things that you do. I don't get it. And then here, while I'm dragging anyway, what was that confessional look, Mia? Horrible. It looked like she got attacked by a rose bush. She sit up there in that shirt. I said, that is truly ugly. It was just cumbersome. That's what I don't. Cumbersome fashion. It doesn't matter what size you are. When something is overtaking you, it just not a good look. And of course, Mia has a nice body and everything, but it just looks so cumbersome. It just looks so uncomfortable, like she couldn't put her arms down. It looked like she literally was being overtaken by a rose bush. That was very thorny looking. I didn't care for it at all. Moving on. Then we end up, they're getting into the car to go on off for their little trip out for the day, which was really ridiculous. But they get in the car, and now Giselle's up there messing with Stacey, and they're telling, oh, well, just go ahead. You can Google AJ. And I knew this was going to go left. Google AJ. I'm really sick of AJ. AJ is like, let's say, he's starting to become not like the boyfriend of a housewife. He's becoming housewife adjacent. And I'm just like, okay, so we're looking up one of the girls, looking it up, and it's going through like his Google and his little acting resume and all of this. And I'm like, is it just me that doesn't need to see anymore? Like, I'm just sick of her. Is that me? Am I being mean? Or are y'all like over AJ before we actually film with AJ? Like, I've just had enough of her. Like, I'm just sick of AJ. Just sick of her already. And I have to say, during this episode, Stacey did loosen up a bit, and it made me look at her a little bit different. And I'll say this. Now, Miss Stacey appeared this evening on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. And Stacey looked breathtaking. Literally, when you looked at her, everything, her styling, her makeup, everything was so on point. And you had to like double take because for a split second, you thought she was looking like Kenya. Everything that she had going on said Kenya Moore. I said, listen, baby, Kenya drives me nuts. But if there's a look that you need to follow on being a housewife, a black housewife, you could definitely follow the book of Kenya Moore. Because one thing, she's going to be sharp. She's going to be sharp. She's going to be clean. And she's beautiful. And there's nothing that anybody could take away from that. I don't care whether Kenya is one of your favorites or not. And she's never been one of my favorites. But Kenya Moore will turn a look, baby. And Stacey, kudos, baby, because you lit Bravo after the show up. You were beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The AJ and stuff, girl, you could have left him at home. Even down to what he was wearing. I was like, Chuff, you don't leave her at home, honey. What do you got enough girlfriends to follow you around. Leave her at home. I'm sick of her. Just, why is he here? Just, I don't know. I just don't, I'm not feeling that AJ. I'm just not feeling him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not feeling him. It's something about him is just coming across so disingenuous to me. So clout chasing queen to me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Ditch that baggage, child. Anyway, moving on. Giselle was steadfast in the fact that she wants to know about his peen size. And she's basically letting you know she doesn't know what his peen size is, other than maybe her catching a peek, honey, looking at him, because he's literally not allowing her to touch him. Even people who are just dating and they are going by whatever they're going by, they sneak a little feel and different things. But I believe her. I don't believe she's sneaking no feel, copping no feels, or anything like that. I believe that there is nothing sexually, honey, there's nothing dirty going on, because I think that's her good girlfriend. And she playing with us. Girl, are you really doing the Kenya Moore? What else, girl? Is he your Walter, girl? Huh? Is he your Walter? And what's the other little friend that she had that got beat up that time? Is he him? Is somebody gonna beat him up later in a later season when he starts being your good girlfriend? Y'all gonna break up when you get a real boyfriend, and then he gonna be your good Judy, and somebody will beat him up? Are we just gonna repeat? Is that it? Are you patterning yourself after R. Kenya Moore? I'm just asking. I'm being messy, but I'm just asking. But you giving me old Walter tease, honey, because can't nobody make me believe that Kenya Moore ever laid anywhere near Walter. Moving right along. Now that little crazy one Kenya had, now baby, I believe she was tearing him up and he was tearing her up, honey, as it should have been, baby. Ain't a good crazy piece always good, child? He was just crazy. He's all screaming and yelling. It's like, yeah, keep hollering, honey. Keep hollering. It was crazy as shit. That was the first boyfriend that I actually bought for Casey. I'm all on a whole nother show, but that's all right. Kenya is Bravo royalty, so we could go dip off into a Kenya Moore moment. Ain't nobody arguing. Anybody got a problem with that? You got a problem with it? You got a problem with it? You got a problem with it? Anybody got a problem that I dipped off and had a Kenya Moore moment? Oh, okay. Because I was sure telling you about how this is SpillitBoy TV and I'm SpillitBoy TV and sit down or get out. Period. Anyway, but I don't know. I own that AJ. Y'all can have him. But yeah, that was just, she's like, you need to test drive the car before you buy it, honey. That's just it. I'm like, girl, she don't need to test drive. She need to get away from it, honey. Leave it alone, girl. Take a jitney. Anyway. And then wait, here's the thing. Wendy had been cool. Wendy ain't been throwing too many shots. But Wendy been getting caught laughing. And this was no different. Honey, she said, Giselle, he's been waiting for me. Honey, that Wendy looked in Stacey's face and bust out laughing in her face. I said, Wendy. Wendy, you know they just stopped talking about Eddie one season ago. Stop, and I love Eddie. I do. I love Eddie, but I always liked Eddie. So I don't. I don't know if Eddie's fast Eddie or not, but we love Eddie. So it just is what it is. He's ours. We took him. We got him. But I don't want none of that AJ. I don't want none of her. I don't. Moving on. Okay, so there were crickets in the room. They get over there to this business. Why? What was the purpose of Mia taking the girls to a business that you used to own, but you since sold? You don't even know the players. She didn't even know the workers. They knew of her. They don't know her. The people that she knew weren't even there. She didn't know the doctor that was the head doctor in charge. She ain't no shit. Why are we here? Why are we here? You could have called on the phone and said, I sold y'all the business, right? And they say, yeah, girl, it's nice to hear from you. Y'all have to take the whole trip down there. And they literally were standing around like, oh, you have 22 more of these? Do they not know you either, you dumb bitch? It was just so stupid. It made no sense. And after she saw that, it was like, okay, girl, okay, let's go have some lunch. Yeah, y'all could have just went directly to the restaurant. Y'all didn't have to stop here and aggravate these people with all these cameras and all of this in here while they trying to do their work. These people don't know you. Get on out of here, you damn fool. Oh, a mess. Then they go over to the lunch. Kay and Mia end up having a little run-in, honey, and they get into this little back and forth again about the boyfriend. That's supposedly the drug dealer. And baby, she threw stripping out. She said, I don't know why you would really have so much to say about my ex and his checkered past when your past is so checkered. Dear, you were a stripper. Honey, Mia didn't eat that, baby. She said, excuse me, stripping, legal. Selling drugs, illegal. I said, oh, good one. Good one, Mia, but not fast enough. Because, baby, Kay said, oh, so now it's fancy to be selling ass. That's legal, selling ass. I said, oh, girl, she kind of got you. She kind of got you. Girl, you didn't even come back fast. Like, you could have came back faster and said, I was the stripper of this thing. I was an exotic dancer. But you really couldn't say that because you tried to swear to us that you weren't an exotic dancer. You weren't a stripper. You had to come back from that and eat that lie. And girl, then you'd have just had to eat the whole thing of like, I didn't sell ass. Wait, 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 you sold ass, honey. Just drop it. Anyway, moving right along, moving right along, moving right along. Okay, so Ashley, they go back to the house. Ashley's working on new music. See, I don't even have to ask y'all, was I the only one laughing? I wasn't. I know I wasn't. I know that SpillitBoyTV, wasn't the only one laughing because I would bet money that Candace was sitting rocking her beautiful new baby, and he's beautiful, beautiful new baby. I bet she was rocking that baby and just keying at you eating her dust. Trying to be like Miss Candace much. Anyway, and Giselle, you just never make anything any better. She said, oh, I put an EDM beat to it. And Giselle listened to it. She said, ooh. Girl, she gave your song cringe. She said, girl, I thought it would be something, girl. She said, it was just giving me. Girl, that's not EDM. It really is not. It actually sounded better when she was just doing the acapella thing. With it, the acapella piece didn't sound that bad, but the beat was very Michael Darby. You're getting rid of Michael Darby, get rid of that beat. Moving right along, honey. No, Candace was sitting at home laughing. Okay. Then they get dressed in all their red. Everybody's wearing red, going out that night for Wendy's birthday, going to this beautiful dinner that they had. It was really pretty when they got to the place. It was like this balcony that they sat on, and the table had a lot of glass and lights and teacup candles, and it was really, really pretty. It really was fitting for a 40-year birthday dinner and all ladies. It was really, I liked it. I thought it was really sharp. Wendy was dressed in all white, and the girls all wore red. They looked real, everybody looked nice. Everybody looked nice. But then here we go with Jacqueline. Honey, Jacqueline, why do you always? I'm trying, Jacqueline. I'm really trying. But just the shit that comes out your mouth. It's like, just shut your mouth. She said, somebody stank. It smells like stank pussy up in here. I said, what you say? Now, this is the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not going to sit here and believe that anybody is stinking. And the ladies are all just getting dressed. They just come down from showering and getting dressed. Why would you even say something like that? You come down and then all of a sudden, and again, if you just came down and you smell a nigga. I can smell your naked pussy. And then you turn around and who you go for? The stripper. I was so done when Mia said, it's not Mia said, run around stinking much? I said, what? I thought she was just being smart. But you even questioned it. I don't know, were y'all being funny? But she literally stooped down and smelled her. I said, this is lesbianism of a whole different kind. This is literally a lesbonics. I don't know what you two got going on, but it's a mess. It's a mess, and you all need to stop. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They turned my stomach with that foolishness. So, what in the carpet munching hell is this going on anyway? Everybody looked nice. They all really did look nice. Then when they get in the car, they play uh, Fuck, Marry, Kill in the car. And I'm going to say that nobody stunk because nobody else said anything. So I think this is just the two of these two idiots just trying to have a moment. But because nobody else said nothing. No one else commented at all. Stupid. Anyway, they did Fuck, Marry, Kill. And Ashley, girl, you know you is a lesbo to your heart, honey. Ashley could not wait to spill that tea and let Miss Stacey know that she wanted to eat her up, honey. And Stacey's like, "Oh my goodness, ooh. Yeah." Girl, you know you can get you a good appointment, honey, with Miss Ashley, honey, because she wants to eat you right on that, honey. And then Jacqueline, I'm like, again, I swear she's just trifling. She just wants to have a moment. And she admits to, she's, because I already fucked Mia. Well, who needed to know that in the crowd? Was that you were letting Jazzy and Kay know? Don't try to get on Mia because you didn't already. Yeah, I'm the number one. You're the number one what? You're the number one what? You give a tag along slut. That's just I don't know. You just ain't you're not making a good picture for yourself, Jacqueline. You're really not. You're not making a good picture for yourself. You just look so desperate, and then you just Jacqueline, honey. This is too much. Moving right along. Like I said, Stacey was really loosening up, and things were going cool. Here we go with the twisted conversation. So Jazzy gives this whole conversation about how she, Stacey said, "What about your man? Tell us about your man." I said, "Oh, that's the setup." He has these two boys, and then the timing is an issue. And she went up with this whole story. And as the story's being told, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, Jazzy, just leave it alone. I don't even know why you even went into that, how old they are and all of that. He has two young boys, and just leave it. But you try to explain it away, baby, he was screwing around on you. Y'all were together. It sounds like y'all got together. He had a baby on the way. And in the midst of him dating you, he was still screwing around and made another one before y'all actually said, boom, this is it. We're going to be together and let's go. Or if you ain't going to explain it that way, just say what it is. He was screwing around on you and he made another baby and you accepted it. So he got two, and it was happening while you were around. One of them, at least, it was happening while you was around. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So Kay jumps in, and I think Kay was trying to help soften the blow. And Kay's like, it's not that uncommon, when you have eligible rich men, like ball players and things. Because I had a ball player I messed with, and he had two women pregnant at the same time, and he ended up with two sets of twins. So, I mean, I get it. It happens. Then Mia jumps in. She's going to make it worse again, trying to get grasp at a moment. Well, wait a minute. Let's make sure, because I think the same thing happened to me, and I need to know, like, what team did he play for? She was already trying not to put that information out there, as she should not. And Mia's trying to push to get it. I said, that is a hot mess. And then that's when Giselle came through, baby, with her confessional. And she's like, baby, just say it. Jazzy, baby, you got cheated on. It's okay. You got cheated on, and you wanted to go ahead and go forth. You should just say that, baby. Just say that. And that's all good and everything, Giselle. But the truth of the matter is, you didn't just say it and just move on. We went through that with you for a whole season about how Jamal Bryant was cheating on you when y'all was so-called getting back together, and that was your storyline. And you didn't just come out and explain it like that and move on, and you still have not. So It's fun to sit around and give advice that you ain't taking, ain't it, girl? A mess. But all in all, it was a nice dinner. Didn't get too hyped up. Nice dinner. They went on back to the house. They got some scatter footage because I thought they were going home and do like a little pajama jam thing. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Because this was like an easy episode. I was like, this is just girls having a good time. Sometimes it's cool to see the girls just having girl time. Like, I don't need my girls to fight all the time. I really don't. I mean, I enjoy the girls just being girls. Girl time is cute to me. I like to see women bond and have a good time with each other and kiki and cackle and just be beautiful. That's entertaining to me. So they don't have to be pulling hair all the time. They could actually be doing each other's hair. They ain't got to pull each other's hair all the time. But they didn't show it. They just had like some little clips, that they flashed in where you could see that they was kind of up. And baby, they was leaving the next day and they was having a hard time getting out that door, baby. Wendy was hungover. I said, welcome 40. Welcome 40, Miss Wendy Osefo, baby. You brought it in with a bang. And that was nice. She told them how this was like her first birthday she did with adults and not just the kids and that kind of thing. And she really appreciated it. She had a good time. I liked it. Really, it was, it was an episode with not a whole bunch of drama, but a whole bunch of drama is not always necessary. I like this. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed this one. And that they had this cotton candy tree that they brought to the table instead of a cake. It was literally like a brass tree, and it had like everything was done in white cotton candy. I thought that was just so clever. That was so clever, and it was so cute. It really was. I said, no, I'm feeling that. I don't know who came up with that, but bravo to that. I've never seen anything like that. That was adorable to me. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that because I done threw enough shade at the beginning of this. I'm going to leave it like that. Baby, a cotton candy tree with a brass base. Baby, I was into that. Now that's living. That's real cute. Real cute. Sometimes I'll tell you, it's all in the details. Yes, God. I'll talk to y'all on the next episode. Later, y'all. And remember, they ain't always got to be fighting. Sometimes we enjoy just seeing y'all enjoy each other.